hospital, di ba? So, yun talaga yung kanyang focus. And apart from that, occupational health din sa UP. So, without further ado, let's all focus our attention dun sa mga sasabihin niya, mga guidelines and precautionary measures. And for those streaming online, you can also ask your mga questions, mga inquiries about COVID-19 or kung ano man yung mga viruses out there. Okay, so without further ado, I would like to introduce one of our amazing doctors, Dr. Roselyn Abinsan.
Yes! The courageous. Walang must in everything. Yes! Afternoon!
Ala, daming camera, Dok. Spotlight ka.
Ako honestly, I haven't anticipated that I would be a witness or that it would be in my lifetime maka-encounter ng pandemic. Kasi nababasa lang namin sa libro.
So every century
Yung
lang.
bubonic plague, yung Spanish flu, and they caused something like 30 million deaths during those times.
Black
How much
death.
more dahil kasusadawi tayo?
Yeah.
The problem with this, let's not call this a problem, it's a challenge. Yung
Yes.
Amen.
coronavirus, it is a part of a very big family of coronaviruses. Where yung ordinary colds or flu, SARS, and MERS, they're all in isang family namin. But then, it is easily transmitted. When you compare it with SARS or yung MERS, remember yung SARS way back in 2002, the number of persons affected were only something like 11,000, pero ang death niya mas mataas. Ang case fatality rate niya is something like 9%.
Wow.
Well, yung case fatality rate, you compute that from the cases, infected cases, and after that, ilan ang death.
Oo, tama.
So, mas kakaunti siya. Pero with this, because of easy transmissibility, mas marami siyang infected. Pero ang kanyang case fatality rate, actually hindi pa to sure kasi unless na nakuha mo rin yung total number of infected cases, saka masasabi na tama. Something like 2 to 3% lang daw. It has exceeded the case fatality rate of both SARS and MERS. So how do we get infected? From direct contact, person to person to. That one siya nagaling siya, nag-jump siya from animals to person. It happened, I don't know. So ngayon, sa person to person ang transmission niya. From an infected person to close contact. When we say close contact, within 6 feet or 2 to 3 meters. So medyo malapit pa yan. So it is transmitted through infected droplets. Say when someone cough or sneezes in front of you within 6 feet.
Yun na.
Yes. Congratulations.
Jackpot!
You got the
You
crown.
may have you
Have the
have
crown.
surface contaminated with the droplet. It's not recent studies. It somehow it is not airborne. Sasabi na it's not airborne kasi it is transmitted through a drop secretions from the lungs. O kung nag-sneeze ka, nag-cough ka, kasi nandun yung virus. So, ang tendency nagda-drop siya.
Droplet siya.
Ngayon, yung kanyang life on surfaces, yun ang hindi masabi. Kasi I've read an article kagabi, sa cardboard daw something like 12 hours. Plastic and metals, something like 2 to 3 days.
Na-prolong
Pero
na.
don't you worry, meron ako i-flash na slide how to protect, how to decontaminate or sterilize those surfaces. So, ganun lang. So, how do you protect yourself? Siyempre, tama yung sinasabi lagi ng DOH at ng WHO. Frequent, regular washing with soap and water. Yun lang. O kaya, if there's no water or soap around, any alcohol that at least 65%. So, actually, it's been a week. Sa totoo lang, nakakaumay, Kasi I have different GCs. Yung mga classmates, co-residents ko sa San Lazaro Hospital, walang laman yung aming group chat ng bilang. yan ang puro, parang it appears to me na, sabi ko, why are these doctors
Panicking.
in the first place in infectious? Infectious diseases ang kanilang specialty. So, I talked to my friend who's, kung siya taga-DOH siya, doctor din siya, bali ko, resident ko siya. Miss, why don't you say, when you tell this, DOH na, pakalmahin ang mga tao, mag-press con kayo, kasi hindi naman siya ka-skill. Then, if we just know how to protect ourselves, hindi dapat gano'n na nagpapanik ang mga tao.
Misinformation.
So, as long as you know you are healthy, and you protect yourself, you do regular washing with soap and water, hindi na kailangan mahal na soap. Would you believe kami sa hospital, ang ginagamit lang namin yung ordinary and the lonely perla na soap.
Wow, Perla.
Yes, perla.
Uy, may-
Lumang-luma.
may brand name na doon na sold out mamaya yan.
So hindi siya, madali siyang
Perla,
mamatay.
sold out
O
mamaya.
kaya yung 60% na alcohol, why? Because both soap and water and alcohol kill the virus.
Soap and alcohol.
So, you would know. So, tama yung ginawa mo ng gobyerno, nag-quarantine ng NCR. So, why do we say quarantine? When we say quarantine, it does not say that you are a carrier. You could be exposed to the virus, and they would want to protect, to contain the virus. They would want to prevent you from contaminating or infecting other people.
Tama.
Suspect lang naman, hindi ibig sabihin mayroong katagalan ng infection. So that's one way of containing the virus and the infection. Okay, yun ang ibig sabihin ng bakit may nag-declare ang government ng quarantine.
Tama naman kasi.
Yun lang. So may mga term pa na sinasabi na people under investigation. Yun may mga possible exposure to the virus and they are monitored. So somehow what we can do ourselves, you do self-observation. Paano yun? You be observant, you just be mindful. If you have a measured fever, kasi kadalasan po tayo, we don't use a thermometer, di ba?
Yes.
So, iyon yung sinabing subjective fever. You do want to measure it, you do want to validate it kung talaga may fever ka. You use a thermometer. Anything that is about 36.8 or 36.9, that's fever. Low-grade fever, yung mga 37, 37.5. Okay. And if you develop dry cough, easy fatigability, yung parang lagi may masakit sa katawan nyo. Suspected, and if you have those signs and symptoms, you better isolate yourself. How do you isolate yourself? So may kasama kayo sa bahay, they stay inside the room. And prevent yung frequent contact with uninfected persons. That's how you do it. And if ever you manifest shortness of breath, call your doctor. You first call a doctor and ask for an appointment. Kasi usually, ito na mga infection na to, 80% would result in a resolution. Hindi naman lahat na hospital eh. It's just a short disease. Ang incubation period kasi niya is from 2 days to 10 to 14 days. What do you mean by incubation period? It is from the onset of exposure up to the development of the disease. So, somehow, those people infected with the virus, they are most incontagious when they manifest the symptoms. Pero hindi din natin dinidisregard yung asymptomatic transmission, meaning the patient or the infected person may not be manifesting any sign and symptom, and yet pwede din siya makahawa.
Oo. Yun yung delikado.
So, just be always mindful. So, kung lalabas kayo, yung mga, there are some surfaces na lagi natin hinahawakan, di ba?
Yes.
Doorknobs, switches, your cell phone, tablets, surfaces ng table,
Yes.
remote, at saka yung sa comfort room. Di ba pagka nag-flash tayo? So, every time you're done with your CR call, you always wash your hands with soap and water. Okay. Avoid touching your face. Parang isipin nyo lang lagi kayo ay mag-o-opera. Ngayon kasi yung mga doctors and nurses, lagi, hindi kami humahawak talaga miski sa damit namin once we are inside the operating room. And pag pumapasok ng operating room, hindi ginagamit ang kamay pagbubukas ang pinto. It is always our back. So hindi mo naman, kasi yun ang dirty, di ba? Yung doorknobs, yung mga door handles. So pwede, para maalala nyo lagi, I should not, touch my hands. Kasi you never know. Kasi once na tinouch yung mucosa, well, we call it mucosa, yung lips nyo, yung eyes nyo. Pag tinouch nyo yan, pasok na lahat. Pasok agad yung virus. Madali sila mag-penetrate kasi sa mucosa.
Yes.
Kasi mga lips natin yung covering ng eyes. Mas madali kasi. So you don't have to have a crack on those area. Pag pumasok doon, pasok talaga ang virus sa loob ng katawan.
Patay na.
So, what else? So, self-observation, self-monitoring. Pag nahihirapan na kayong huminga, shortness of breath, parang mayroong sensation of pain na sa chest, call your doctor to seek an appointment and go. Pero unless na very, very mild naman symptoms nyo, you don't have to go to the hospital. You just treat yourself. You may take your, antipyretic, biogesic. Never take steroids. It is a viral infection. For all viral infections, kaya kinuha namin ng mga pasyente namin, never take steroids or NSAID because you might trigger Rice syndrome. It's another disease. It's another complication na medyo mahirap siyang i-address kasi it may cause bleeding. So, for viral infections, including measles, hepatitis, mga ganyan-ganyan, you do not take NSAID like your Dolfinal, mga ganyan, or aspirin. Kasi yung Dolfinal, those are their congeners o mga derivatives ng aspirin. Mga magkakamag-anak sila. So, just take your paracetamol, your biogesic. Safe na safe yan. Okay.
Daming.
Question. Pwede mo mag-question?
Yeah.
Question. So, hindi advisable that if we have symptoms, kailangan nating magpa-check sa hospital?
No need.
Okay.
Kasi
parang
kasi kung magpapanik ka with just runny nose, very irregular cough at saka fever, unless na may nararamdaman ka na ng shortness of breath or masakit sa dibdib, then you call your doctor and ask for
high fever.
Doc, define mo nga yung shortness of breath.
Okay. Yung shortness of, sino dito may asthma? Okay. That is shortness of breath. Diba? Yung parang nalulunod ka. Tamang pagka hindi ka marunong lumangoy, tapos you're trying to, di ba? Pagkita mo, hindi marunong yan. That's shortness of breath, gasping for air. Parang kapos na kapos ka sa hangin. That's shortness of breath.
Okay.
Parang hingal lang.
Like for example, like ako, I'm living with friends.
Yeah.
So, how do we protect ourselves or kung meron ka nararamdaman, how will you protect the others naman?
Kung ikaw may nararamdaman, you just
FO
have to
muna.
isolate yourself.
FO muna, FO.
Remember,
Friendship
you
over
use
muna. Soup.
be sure you use your own eating utensils. Lahat ng personal items nyo, clean it carefully and use it. Huwag nyo ipapagamit sa iba.
Shucks, 20 years bro.
Yes.
So, Doc, yung hindi mahilig maligo, dapat maligo ka.
As long as you don't have a high grade fever, you may.
O yun, kailangan marinig po yan ng asawa ko, kailangan niya maligo.
At
Yes,
least
I'm charming!
20 seconds.
Okay. Naliligo naman yan everyday. Nakapatay talaga ako pag umuwi ako mamaya.
So, pag may nararamdaman na tayo, be it just a runny nose, or just a congestion, o kaya sore throat, you have to isolate yourself so that whatever disease it is, whatever infectious disease it is, so piniprevent mo yung contamination ng mga kasama mo. So, kasi kung naman yan you may be living with a person, or you are visiting a relative, or you're taking care of a patient na mayroong infection, that can be a cause of exposure. Exposure din yun.
I noticed hindi ka nagpapas. So, you were...
Okay. Who should wear mask? That's a very good question.
Ayan, babagsak na presyo.
I do
Okay.
not wear mask because I know I'm not infected. I don't manifest any symptoms. Mask should be worn by the patient.
Yes,
But
yung umuubo at
if
ano.
the patient cannot wear the mask because it's uncomfortable for her, the one taking care of the patient should wear the mask.
Doc, may question online. Ang question, pwede ba maging carrier ang mga asymptomatic? Kasi marami daw pong umuwi from Manila doon sa Mindoro ngayon. So, pwede ba sila maging carrier?
The authorities have not discarded the idea that it may be transmitted by an asymptomatic patient.
Patay.
Pwede.
What's an asymptomatic patient?
When asymptomatic, you could have an exposure to the virus, but you are not yet manifesting the signs and symptoms. It could be during those incubation period. Kasi after the incubation period, that is the most probable time na mas madaming infected na nag-manifest na ng mga signs and symptoms. So, let's remove the word carrier kasi when we say carrier, you are harboring the virus even after the infection. So, sinasabi lang natin yung sa mga hepatitis B. Yung mga ganong sakit. So, pag sinabi mong carrier, you have the virus in your body even if you have resolved the active infection. So, alisin natin yung word na
Okay.
carrier.
Doc, question. Ako nagtitake ng aspirin. Hanggang kailan din yung aspirin?
You're taking your aspirin because you have a medical condition. Is it a stroke?
Heart attack.
Heart attack, okay. As long as you don't have any signs and symptoms of COVID. COVID is now the new term. COVID-19. Coronavirus virus disease 19. Yun na ang bagong terminology na binigay ng WHO. Hindi na nCoV. COVID-19. You are given the aspirin and you have to continue it because you have a medical condition. As long as you are not manifesting active disease, you continue taking it.
No question. Kasi mayroon gustong i-implement yung office namin. Sabi ng boss ko, maglatag daw ng yung floor mat na nakasok sa zone locks. Makakatulong ba yun para doon sa mga pumapasok para doon tatapak? Ganyan.
Food and mouth disease.
Oo. Kasi kung hindi ko papa-implement eh.
Pero pwede naman. Kaya nga lang before it fell on the floor, mapupul muna siya sa mga mas matataas na surfaces.
Okay.
Unless na pag nag-uusap ka na, squat kayo sa floor.
Sila pwede, ako hindi ko alam. I use the chair. Okay, thanks Doc.
So, Doc, just for the record, hindi siya airborne. Okay, so no one can caught it. Oo. So, kailangan
It's more of the travel.
Okay.
Laway talaga, laway. Laway.
Laway talaga. Okay.
Or if somebody coughed or